play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
20.
Here's Muhammad. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 16. Out of the gun, Newton. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. So now after the sack, Cam and the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. They'll run with Muhammad. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down by
John Simon in on the stop.
No gain on
and as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Jackson. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
43-yard line.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. Third down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Bird on the return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Patriots take over.
2-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That, too.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Bird.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, Muhammad. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Muhammad. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get out of the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Number 22,
Nigel Bradham brings him down.
at the 23.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It was the veteran Devin McCourty. You got a hand in there to break that one up.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Bird to return. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 30.
And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, New England.
On first down, it's Newton. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
21 yards.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
We're scoreless after one.
The end of the first quarter with no score.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. On 2nd down now, Muhammad, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Demir Bird, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jakeem Grant now to return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get... out across the 35 to the 36.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, Muhammad, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. Tua, a give. This is Howard. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
8-yard line.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Tua going to throw. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. This is Breida. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Tua. Caught left side, Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Dolphins. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They run with Breida. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Yards on the pickup.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tua. Flush to his right. And throw right side complete to Parker. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. Going deep here for Parker. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
1st down, Patriots.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 50, Newton. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
New England.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the carry, it's Muhammad. A gain of 3, second down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with a pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Oh, now Breida loses it, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown.
Nick Folk for the
offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields this way up at the 17. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a first and 10. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Tua. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, away from Tel Aviv.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Patriots.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
It's a gain of a yard.
3rd and long. It's Newton.
3rd down.
Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
6-yard line.
On first down, here's Breida. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
At the line of scrimmage.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On first down, Muhammad. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the gun, here's Newton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Back now in Miami. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Newton now to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Devin Asiasi, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Patriots 24, Dolphins nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Breda. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go again with Muhammad.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Muhammad. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. 8.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Again, it's Michelle. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. 7 yards the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Tua on target here to Wilson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. The trot. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
35's the mic. Let's put him on the button.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
At their own
Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And it's a big-time advantage for the Browns. They just scored again, pouring it on. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they take a knee.
Today's final score.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.